Right, this video is going to be divided into 2 parts, and I'll tell you why. Because I am just so incredible, I'm so amazing, God's favourite. This is my 2nd day of recording, and I've already had someone messaging me saying, I've just subscribed, can you give me some advice, can you do a video for me? I'm telling my mates to go watch it and you'll get a load of likes, you'll get a load of subscribers, etc. I was like, cool, I'll do that. I said, what do you want me to talk about? And she goes, tell me why men are knobheads. Why are men knobheads? When she first said that, I thought she was taking the piss out of me. But then she showed me that she actually subscribed and she's actually told her mates to fucking go subscribe to me, and then she started telling me why men are knobheads, etc. And I realised what she was talking about was not relating to me, so it wasn't me. She asked why 2 out of 10s have big egos and think they can talk to girls like shit. Now, if I'm being completely honest, if a 2 out of 10 has a big ego and is talking to you like shit, it's because you've let him have a big ego and you've let him believe that he can talk to you like shit. Else, because there's no reason for a 2 out of 10 to have a big ego. You just call him a 2 out of 10. So if he's a 2 out of 10 speaking to you like shit, it's because you've allowed him to do so. You need to put your foot down and be like, listen, I'm the female here, I've got more options than you, treat me nicely or I'll go get a better man than you. Simple as that. If you're saying he's a 2 out of 10, why are you with a 2 out of 10? Go get with a 10 out of 10. You know what I mean? Like, life is a lot easier for girls. So you've simply got a lot more options than us. If your man's not pulling your weight, you're gonna go get a better man. Simple as that. Fair play to you. You're a dickhead if you don't. So but if a girl is calling you a 2 out of 10, you need to get your shit together, bro. Simple. No girl should be calling you a 2 out of 10. There's too many high value men in this world for you to be walking around and girls calling you 2 out of 10s. You need to hit the gym, get in shape, make some money, start a podcast, talk some shit on YouTube, make some money, you know what I mean? Get in good shape, become a millionaire, travel the world, host some yacht parties, fly in private jets. This is all still to come for me. I've literally just started yesterday. Yesterday was my first day. I'm nowhere near that lifestyle. Nowhere near it. But I will be there eventually. As long as I stay consistent. Good loves a trier. And I'm God's favourite. So if I try and good loves a trier and I'm his favourite anyway, you know what I mean? It's inevitable that I'm going to become successful. There was a few other things she said. She said, why are 2 out of 10 speaking to me like shit? Why do 2 out of 10s think they can talk to girls like shit and they have a big ego? Men have big egos regardless because they have more testosterone. They have to prove a point. They have to prove a point because if they didn't stand by their word, you wouldn't respect him. You've already called him a 2 out of 10, so if he didn't have a big ego, he'd be a fucking 1 out of 10. He needs to have a big ego. He needs an ego, else he's gonna have nothing else to his name. I mean, I don't know who this guy is. I'm not gonna talk shit about anyone. I'm a loving guy, all around nice guy, fucking, you know what I mean, nice person. Not gonna talk shit about anyone, but if you're a 2 out of 10 and you're a male, you need a big ego. You shouldn't have a big ego because you're a 2 out of 10, but you have to at least have a bit of confidence about it, you know what I mean? Else you're going to be a 1 out of 10, maybe even a 0. All I can say for you is, hit the gym, make some money, and fucking start leveling up the ranks. Get to a 5, and get to a 7, and an 8, and a 9, and a 10. And then If you're a mate or a girl is calling you 10 out of 10, and you've accomplished life. Like, if a girl is literally calling you a 10 out of 10, take it back. If a 10 is calling you a 10 out of 10, then you've accomplished life. Mission accomplished. But in my eyes, for a guy to be a 2 out of 10, he has to be rich, has to be in good shape, has to be confident, has to know how to fight, has to have some experience in life, he has to travel the world, he's got to be smart, and he's got to have 10s calling him a 10 out of 10. I can't remember what other points she said. She said men are knobheads. I was like, why are men knobheads? Give me some details so I can try and justify why men are knobheads. And she goes, 2 out of 10's got a big ego. Why is that? She said, guys renting cars when they're still living in their mum's spare bedroom. I mean, what cars are you renting? If a guy can afford to rent a car, it still costs a bit of money to rent a car. Obviously, if you're renting a Ferrari, I've never even looked into it. I don't know how much it is to rent a car. But let's say, I don't know. Let's be realistic. Let's say you want to rent a car. Say you want to rent a Ferrari that costs about 200-300 grand. How much is that going to be if I can rent for a weekend? It's got to be a good few thousand. Honestly, I have no clue. Let's be realistic. Let's say it's a few thousand. You're renting a car for a few £1,000s for a weekend. If you can afford that, I mean, you got a decent bit of money to you, know? You're renting a car for a weekend for a couple of grand. Even if it's a shit car, let's say it's a BMW or something, or an Audi, and you're renting it for a couple £100, a few £100, £700-800 for a weekend or whatever. I mean, that's still a decent amount. Still a decent amount of money to be able to spend just for a car for a weekend. If you're making that much money and you're able to rent a car like that, you shouldn't be renting cars. You should maybe finance a car, so you actually have the car in your possession. You eventually own it. But that is a risky game, because if you ruin the car, you lose the car, whatever. You're now just in debt for no reason. You haven't got a car to your name. You're sat there paying fucking however much money a month, £500 a month, and you haven't got a car. You're paying it for no reason. I went through the exact same thing with my phone. When the iPhone 15 first came out, I set up a contract. I was paying, I think it was £30 a month for the contract. And then I got arrested with a couple of mates, and they took my phone off me, and I didn't get it back until the case was over, which was about a month ago. Got arrested in September. I didn't have the phone for, how long was that? 5 months? Didn't have the phone for 5 months, and I had to keep paying the contract. I got it back last month, and I sold the phone. It wasn't a complete contract. I was just, I was paying the phone off over 2 years. It was a contract, but I mean, I had the phone and I had to pay like £30 a month just for the phone. It wasn't a locked phone or anything. I was able to reset the phone, sell it. I'm still paying it now, but it's only a couple months there. I mean, but yeah, if you're able to rent a car, rent a decent car, you shouldn't be renting the car. You should be financing it. If you're renting it just to flex and like show off your lifestyle, that takes me back to my point that I made on yesterday's video. Don't flex a lifestyle that you don't really live, because when you get that 10-10 girl you want, she's gonna sooner or later she's gonna realize you're not this man that you're pretending to be. and you're gonna get a reality hit, and she's gonna leave you and go get with a man that actually is living that lifestyle. You can't just fake through life. Yeah, cool, fake it till you make it, but don't literally fake it. Don't rent cars and fucking flex on like they're really your car. If you're financing it, cool. Like, it's your car, you are genuinely paying for the car every month. If you're just renting it, like, it's not your car. I can't remember what else she said. She did say she'll get back to me and give me some more points. I don't think she has yet, haven't checked. But she said 2 out of 10 with a big ego and guys renting cars living in the spare bedroom at their mum's house. It's pretty funny, to be honest. I mean, I have a big ego, but I wouldn't say I'm a 2 out of 10. I say I'm a 8, 7, 8 maybe. Let's be realistic. I'm not rich. Don't drive a nice car. I'm not in the best shape right now. I've been in a better shape than this, but I am on my way to greatness. I'm part of a prophecy. God's put me on this earth. I'm going to keep saying it. My name means God is watching. If you search up the name, what does Jaden mean? It means God is watching. So I've got to put it on the show. He's put me on this earth for a reason. Else, why would he be watching me? He's not going to watch me for me just to he's not going to watch me just for me to live a boring life. My life has to be somewhat interesting for him to watch me. Else, he's not going to watch me, is he? So something must happen in my life for God to want to watch me. I'm on this video right now for a reason. And God knows that reason. And I have a slight idea. I have a few visions, a few ideas as to why I'm on this video.